the mountains in the distance. Alright, anyway, what does someone mean to you? Again, meaning. It has everything to do with attachment or binding, bringing things to, and hate tends to bind more than love. Again, it's about the common ground of hate that brings people together. Someone might hate the same thing as you, so you guys have this common ground of hate, and it binds you together, and you manifest the reality of hate together. So that is more binding than love, of course, because love itself is attachment free. And we got to realize, as far as the memories go, we're attaching our memories. Like, say if you meet someone from your hometown, you ain't been home in a long time, you're an adult now, you meet someone from your hometown that you might meet him in another part of the world, somebody from where you're from, in another part of the world or whatever. You meet them and they remind you of something. They might remind you of the snowfall of '95, like, because you know they went through it. You know they went through that same exact dream that you did from a different perspective. Again, your relationship really isn't shit if you're not joint dreaming consciously together. If you're not consciously joint dreaming, your relationship is nothing. I mean, we're all joint dreaming. We got to realize that. But we got to realize conscious joint dreaming is another thing. Because we're getting together to hate. We're not getting together to love. We're getting together because we want to produce this kid that doesn't have the flaws that we have. It's more so out of the hate for the things that we don't have than love for the things that we do have. You know, or different reasons like that. So we got to realize, like, okay, you have this person that you feel like, oh my God, they mean all these things to me. What do they mean to you? You've attached Christmas time and the smells and all that to them, or you've attached a certain time of the year, all the music that came out when you met, all these different things in the era that you went through. So you got to realize that. And you would realize it more if you weren't trying to chew over your own thoughts. That's what we're all doing. We all want to chew because we're addicted to the sounds that our chewing makes inside of our own mouth. And it's harder to hear ourselves when we're chewing like that. The texture pushing up against our tongue and teeth, we love that. The addiction is so deep. It's not just taste. It's texture. It's smells, and it's everything. It's the way things look. It's who prepared it for you. Again, it's attachment. What do they mean? Somebody, you don't like turkey. You like the love that your mom put into a turkey one time and she made, and you ate the love, and then that's what you got. And that was the only energy that you got to metabolize for life, to produce love into this life. And you say you love turkey. No, you love your mom. So when I tell you turkey's bad for you, you think I say your mom's bad for you, but that's not the case. You're just attaching those things. Again, attachment is the opposite of love, and it has everything to do with good math. Good relationships, if you know good math, if you know complementary math, what ingredients to take or what ingredients to reduce, what ingredients to add, what complements what's a good marriage as far as ingredients go, then like this, I have to subtract this person, place, or thing, and I have to add this person, place, or thing, or none of those things. Maybe my math is so good I don't need to do anything. Maybe I maintain homeostasis for so long that I don't even want to change my temperature, my pH, because that's all it is. You run into another person with a different temperament and they remind you of your temperature that you're currently at. Where are you at? If you feel somebody's as hot as you, somebody is as shallow as you, it lets you know. It's just about reference points. That's all we are, reference points of self. So any memory that we're going through, again, is joint dreaming. If your brother has a memory and you're going through, you're like, man, how could you let this happen to you? It's your memory being manifested externally. It's going to either hit you eventually or it already has. And so you can help that person. If it already hit you, that memory has already happened to you. Somebody did you wrong and then you saw it happen to your brother, and then you can reflect with him and you can tell him, like, look, this is what happened. This is what you need to learn, what you need to pick up, what you need to let go. Now, if somebody goes through it and you're ignorant to it, now you eventually will probably go through that if you saw it externally, and now you guys can exchange and build or whatever, or you can totally skip all that if you realize that you are everyone and every experience is your experience, and then you don't have to run into these same scenarios. Because again, you are the scenario. If you're not changing your own ingredients, your scenarios will never change. So it's all about your emotions, what are you looking at in the mirror? What you're looking at in the mirror, right, is what the truth looks like after years of not listening to itself. A bunch of acid emotions, creating this, eating away at these spirits that is your body. So you can't run from it. Traveling is just exploring your soul's cage, and it's always going to be something, or it's never nothing, however you want to look at it. You know, and don't take eternity for